Happy Friday, Geeks and Gamers Daily. Welcome to the 199 Daily Show. That's what we're going to call it now, Ryan. The 199 Daily.
I quit.
I just make this shit up every time we go live. I don't know what I'm going to say. We don't have Jay here to sing, so I'm just here to make shit up.
Thank
and say
God.
stuff. So we listen as the leader, okay? It's my responsibility to apologize for Jay every single day. So I will apologize every day that he doesn't sing because I, like the people, want to hear it, even though Ryan doesn't want to. But how are you doing, Ryan?
I'm good. I'm fucking tired actually, but I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll. And there seems to be a lot of news that has come out over the past couple days, whether it's Marvel related, Star Wars related. Now we're getting word of more Disney layoffs that are happening, despite the fact that they fired 7,000 people last year. Still not done. Still not done. And of course, if just when you thought that the Marvels couldn't get any worse, we get a deleted scene where not only does Valkyrie assume that the 16-year-old Miss Marvel is married to Captain Marvel, but then immediately makes a strap-on joke.
Mm-hmm.
So,
go Yellow Flash.
Very strange, but very on brand for Disney. And there's Yellow Flash. Captain Marvel likes him young, according to Valkyrie, and she would know, apparently.
Yep. Man, I swear, it's just like every day is a living meme that is truly reality when it comes to Disney and the weirdos that are a part of this company. So, again, I have absolutely no sympathy for the company at all. I don't think they deserve our respect. I don't think that they deserve us to just not make content. I think they deserve to be trashed on the daily at this point, on Geeks and Gamers Daily. But yeah, just in general, man, there's just so much stuff going on. I was traveling yesterday. I kind of wanted to, do a Cobra Cast last night, but just didn't get time. Too much going on. But hey, we got the people here. Hello, everyone. Welcome in as people are pouring in. Good morning to all of you. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Yellow Flash just loving that bisexual lighting and energy. Hey, that's what we do around here. Whose bisexual lighting is better? Now, I don't even have my expensive camera. I've got my cheap webcam, so I'm competing with Ryan today. I don't have my expensive camera here today.
I've never had an expensive camera.
Yeah, I had, John from Black and White Sports, he hooked me up. He was like, hey, to prove you're not racist, your black friend's going to give you a camera. Then he charged me. So I kind of got scammed.
Oh.
What do you think about that? That's kind of
I wish I had a black friend to give me a camera. But yeah, I mean, my lighting's, I don't know how bisexual it is. It's all right.
It's very don't deny the bisexual lighting. Don't do it.
What I mean is it's not as pronounced as it was in some of my other backgrounds. It's the same lights. It's just a little bit different setup. So I like when some of our old clips come up from like FNTs or whatever, it's like really pronounced. It's like one side super blue and one side super red.
Yeah.
But, no.
I thought it was blurry because it was lower quality. It's just Jeremy's camera. Yeah. It's just like I don't know. Is it blur? Am I blurry?
No.
Yeah, I don't think I'm blurry. So, but anyway, back in Pensacola, back in location 199, and it's kind of wherever I go, I say that. So it is what it is. But Tobias Nexus for 10 says, if I had a nickel for every time a cute dark thing got slammed together, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not much, but it's weird that it happened twice. Barbenheimer and Doom Crossing Eternal Horizons. I didn't know where that one was going. Have you seen there's a Godzilla -1 and Oppenheimer. Like it's like it takes the ending of Oppenheimer. It kind of moves it. It's an edit that somebody put together. It was pretty cool. So that is kind of the sequel. That's what
we've seen that a little bit, stuff like that. The Oppenheimer's the prequel to all the Godzilla movies. So.
Yeah. What was your favorite movie of last year?
I don't know. I think Oppenheimer deserves to win a lot of shit. The things that I really liked last year, Godzilla -1. That's one of the latest things I watched, so it's hard to not think that. I really like the Mission Impossible movie, even though it didn't make any money. I like John Wick 4. Super Mario Brothers movie was fine. But in terms of probably the highest quality and what I enjoyed most was probably Godzilla -1, ironically.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer was good. Like, it was really good, but I have no desire to watch it again, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Oppenheimer is fantastic. It's my second favorite movie of the year, but Godzilla was number one. I thought that Iron Claw was going to end up being my favorite movie of the year, and it still was a phenomenal movie. But it didn't. There was. I don't know if I have any real criticisms. It's just that it did move at a little bit of a slower pace than I wanted. But there were some good movies last year. Shockingly enough, there were some bad ones too, and most of the bad ones came from Disney and Marvel and DC and Pixar and Star Wars. Oh wait, no, we haven't had a Star Wars movie since 2019, but we're getting one soon, and I think everybody's excited about that. Bill Prime Gaming says Jeremy is Cobra Commander. Ryan is the one true G.I. Joe. Look at that, Ryan. You're our Channing Tatum around here.
Hey, I don't mind that. As long as I'm not playing Channing Tatum's role in
there's a lot
This
of
Is the
disrespect
End.
behind. I meant that very disrespectfully. So
the only Channing Tatum role I don't want is the one in This Is the End, where he becomes basically a sex slave for Danny McBride. Call him Channing Taint Yum.
Oh God.
I need to watch that movie. It's been a while. I fucking think that movie's hilarious, dude.
I'm not sure if I can ever get over the Channing Tatum G.I. Joe role. I'm not sure I'm ever going to be able to just truly, like, I've seen some stuff with him. He's funny, but I don't know, man. Him playing the role of Duke was just painful, man, on so many levels. I'm not sure if I can ever let that one go. It's so bad. I
really like the 21 Jump Street movie with him and Jonah Hill, and Brie Larson actually is in that.
Yeah, I do. The 21 Jump Street movie is good. It's really good.
22 Jump Street sucks. But it's like almost they like make a joke the entire time about how it's going to be shitty.
Yeah.
It's like just the order to sequel. Like, we don't really have any reason to do it, but we just have to do it. Shit like that.
Well, what's our first topic of the day?
We might as well get into this, the Marvels shit. And I do see people asking in the chat. No, me and Gary did not do a Reacher stream last night. Gary buried himself in his fucking like echo video. He couldn't hear anything apparently. And so we kind of forgot to do it. But the episode, I watched the episode. We're going to do 2 reviews next month. The episode's fucking great. Leaves on a cliffhanger anyway. So we're going to do next week. We'll do the final wrap up with our review of both episodes. But yeah, sometimes when Gary gets working, he forgets everything else.
He gets
in the zone. But we have to talk about this shit, dude. I thought this was fake when I first saw this running around. We've known for quite some time that The Marvels was going to be a box office disaster. We just didn't know how bad it would be. Then it actually came out in theaters. And the fact that this movie barely crossed $200 million for the Marvel Cinematic Universe is one of the most embarrassing things we've ever seen in history. But if you can possibly imagine, it gets worse. It could have been worse in the theaters, apparently, because a deleted scene is making the rounds as they're doing some promotion. Oh, hey, get this thing from Miss Marvel. Go get this thing from the Marvels movie. They're revealing some deleted scenes, and they're creepy as fuck. Here's how the media is talking about them. The Marvels deleted scene features Valkyrie and may confirm Captain Marvel's sexuality. The Marvels deleted scene sees Valkyrie jump to a hilarious conclusion regarding Carol and Kamala's relationship. So you might be asking yourself, what the fuck does that mean? That seems kind of weird. Kamala Khan's supposed to be, canonically 16 years old right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What are you talking about sexuality for? Then I see this from Gary. In this deleted scene from the Marvels, Valkyrie thinks the 16-year-old Miss Marvel is married to Captain Marvel. Seems on brand for Disney. And if you could imagine, that's not the worst part about this. The worst part is not Valkyrie assuming that a 16-year-old is married to Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. Comes after it. Let's listen to this whole deleted scene. Might be a touch low, but it's all I can do.
I want Captain Marvel's ship.
Right, this is when they're doing the body swap and everything. She ends up on Captain Marvel's ship to kind of set that up.
Incoming call from New Asgard.
Hello? Oh, Captain, my Captain. Oh, you're not my captain.
Captain Marvel resident assistant Miss Marvel speaking. How can... You're Valkyrie!
Tis I. Wait, Mrs. Marvel. She got married again. And no invite again.
No! I'm...
Jesus Christ.
Little strange, little weird to have that in there. But then when you have the lesbian or bisexual, whatever they're going to define her as, Valkyrie, she's about to make a joke. It's really, really fucking funny.
Ms. Marvel. We're not married. That would be... I'm single.
Okay.
5 seconds to the jump point.
Oh, you might want to strap on. I mean, strap in.
You
Holy
might want to
shit.
strap on. I mean, strap in. You've got a lesbian Valkyrie making a strap-on reference to the 16-year-old Miss Marvel, who she just assumed was married to Captain Marvel. What the fuck is this? Nia DaCosta, I guess there wasn't enough supervision for Nia DaCosta on set. Someone should have warned her. Maybe don't have lesbians making strap-on jokes to 16-year-old girls. Maybe they're just going for either the authentic Disney experience, the authentic young Muslim girl experience, assuming 16-year-olds married. I don't know, but this is fucking
Holy
weird.
shit. What the hell, dude? Like, we always talk about they have these hidden meanings behind what they're doing. This is point blank right there. There's no debate to be had. This is the disgusting freaks that are, again, executives at Disney. We have seen them through the leaked Zoom calls. They say they have a not so secret gay agenda. They talk about having trans children. We've seen this. We know that these are the people involved in the creative process that are approving these things, that are hiring these people to carry out the creative process. And now you see it point blank. My God.
There's no other like way you can explain that away, that strap-on comment. Like there's nothing. There's no other thing you could possibly imagine that she's referencing.
No.
This is just Disney and Marvel, and this is cut, so at least they were not retarded enough to put it in the actual release, but they released this deleted scene and thought, hey guys, look, a little more Miss Marvel action for you. Talking to groomer Valkyrie, I guess. This is a bad look, right?
This is awful. This is
a
worse than
very
the
bad
movie
look.
failing. To me, this is a worse look than the movie itself and the movie failing. Like, it's bad enough. Like, it's bad enough that the movie came out. The movie was terrible, and the movie is the biggest loss in the history of the MCU. That's bad enough. This clip, worse for Marvel in the big scheme of things, for sure. By far. This is terrible, horrible look. Parents, actual parents that actually are trying to raise their children, that are involved in what their children are doing, are going to see this, and they're going to say, this is why I'm keeping my kids from Disney. This is why I'm keeping my kids from the Marvel stuff. This is why families are not interested in this, because you're always trying to put these hidden messages in there made by a bunch of psychopathic people. Unbelievable.
Yeah, this is what you have to do sometimes. That's why it's called grooming, right? That's why we've been talking about Disney in this way. They're the ones that have said we have a not-so-secret gay agenda, and now you've got lesbian Valkyrie making strap-on references to a 16-year-old Miss Marvel. Pretty fucked up, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people with rainbow flags and pronouns in their bios that defend something like this and even embrace it. You have to normalize things like this. No, you don't. You fucking degenerate freaks.
Yes,
fuck you.
100%. 100% they're going to be defending it. And a lot of people that don't have, two parents in the home to kind of raise them and teach them. And it's sad. It's a sad situation as to where we are. But yes, the people that would be defending that will be the exact people that you expect. Pronouns and bio weirdos, Ukraine flag. I'm sorry, Blockbuster Video flag. Yeah, not going to be surprising at all. Wow. I hadn't seen that clip yet. I'd heard about it, but I hadn't actually seen it.
All right. Where am I? And to listen to Dirty David, I see you. I see you. How much to reenact Ronnie McNutt Facebook live stream? Listen, I know you and people like you might think that the only option you have is to fucking kill yourself, like live on air, and that's the only way you might get any attention in your pathetic life. Most of us aren't that way. So I get it, dude. Keep hanging on. I hope somebody does something good for you today to get you to hold out just a few days longer before you actually do fucking kill yourself and very quickly forgotten. But thanks, Dirty Gaming. Appreciate it. Where are we? Shout out to the 500 people watching us over on Rumble.
That's right.
Shout out. We have a lot of super chats to catch up on as well, guys. Thank you for being here this morning. DJ Fisty for 2. Who's retarded now? I don't know. Everyone, Marvel, Disney, take your pick, I suppose.
Are you retarded?
I
will never get old. You're talking about the 199, the birth of it. I get to play it on Cobra Cast like every night now.
Well, considering it's very hard for people to understand what it means without being explained.
Yeah.
I was hoping that 2024 would bring a new nickname for the Geeks and Gamers community rather than 199.
Nope,
but
not happening. It's here to stay. Like I told you.
I'm
here
really
to stay.
Gonna change. We'll see. Blabs the Tower Tard for $5, and it's a picture of Blabbering Collector. Miss Marvel, writer me right cripple Indian show. How me do? I like pickles. Yay. Thank you, Blabs the Tower Tard. Freddie Yankoba, member for 22 months. Just a reminder, Yellow Flash thinks Home Alone is not a Christmas movie. Thanks for the membership, chat. Ryan, more gaming streams on Twitch. I haven't streamed on Twitch in like a year.
Yellow Flash doesn't think Home Alone. He thinks it's not a Christmas movie.
Listen, I know, like, listen, there's been a lot of like fucking drama surrounding Yellow Flash. It all stems from his Christmas
movie list. 100%.
Exactly. That's the most controversial. That's the most controversial thing this dude has ever done, quite frankly.
Yes.
But I haven't heard that. I haven't heard the Home Alone thing. Okay, he says I never said that. That is a false allegation.
Okay.
A false allegation.
Still deserves criticism for the list.
That's right.
Put Muppet Christmas Carol in the terrible tier. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, it is unacceptable.
In every single scenario, that's unacceptable. I'm not letting that go.
Kyle Denson for 199. Did y'all see DSP's wife? She's making the rounds. I did. He brought her on stream. I think it's to be honest, I think the reason DSP brought Kat on stream was just to have people make fun of her and then play victim about people making fun of his wife. That's what I believe his like end goal is. So
good old DSP.
Touché, DSP. Linko Kenobi, member for 34 months. What's up, guys? I saw the trailer to Masters of the Universe Revolution. Looks good, but a little concerned. Have you guys seen it yet? I have not seen that. I haven't seen the trailer out there, but I mean, the trailers looked good for the first one that came out that they tricked everybody with too.
The trailers looked really good for that one.
And then it was just a story all about Tila.
Yep.
So
I have no desire. No desire.
All right, where am I? Yellow Flash 2 for $10. Wish I could go to MegaCon, but I need a new roof. I'll be at the next one though, 100%. Yeah, we're likely to have Orlando MegaCon, very local for a lot of us here in Orlando, in the Florida area, and that's coming up soon. We've got 3 weeks till MegaCon. So what we know right now is what we'll tell you guys. We will be at MegaCon. Here in Orlando. We've got a big panel on Saturday, February 3rd. We don't have a time frame for you. That as soon as we know, we'll let you guys know, but it will be on Saturday. So plan on being there Saturday for the panel. At some point throughout the weekend, we'll also have a meetup outside of MegaCon in some way. The Rippaverse is going to be there. They're going to have a booth. So there's probably going to be a couple times throughout the weekend that we might be there doing some meet and greets, things like that. If you want to come by and talk to us. And I'm sure that at least for a day, we'll probably be walking around the convention as well at some point. You never really know. But I know the prices do go up in the next week or so. So if you're on the fence, whatever, I highly recommend you do it now and get your tickets to MegaCon.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun.
And it will be a G&G FNT panel. And Drinker, Gary, Rippa, me, Ryan. We're going to have a lot of peeps up in there. So the panel's going to be awesome. A lot of people are being hanging out with us. So it's going to be badass. Cannot wait.
All right. Bashy Washy, member for 24 months.
Bashy.
Says, speaking of
Bashy Washy.
homosexual lights, give the one you're not using to Jeremy. He's so gay, he can use them, I guess. Also, screw you, Jeremy, you grifter.
What's up, Bashy Wash?
I have Bashy Washy's lights that I tried to put them up one day and like they just didn't. It didn't look good on camera. It just looked fucking bright white, and I don't.
Just glad Bashy Washy's back. I haven't seen Bashy Washy in forever, so
Thought he was dead.
I know.
But I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's here to shame me. Alex Popa for Romanian 10. I thought Jews were afraid of the dark places. Well, tell that to the sewers. Dom H with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Dom H. Blake Barrett for 2. The Miss Marvel scene has fun-sized energy. Yeah, it's creepy. And again, if it was just the mistakenly thinking you were married to Captain Marvel. Okay, you look at somebody, you're not going to know they're 16 years old, whatever. The strap-on joke and the aftermath is the thing that puts it over the edge, right? It turns it from a stupid, weird scene to degenerate. Like that's what they're going for there. It is degenerate.
But at its core, though, it's unnecessary. All of it's unnecessary. There's a reason that they're putting that in there, and it's not an innocent joke. It's not an innocent misunderstanding. There is a deeper meaning behind that. And again, if you've seen the leaked Zoom calls, it's really easy to understand what they're saying, and they are disgusting, perverted freaks. That's what it comes down to.
It's true.
They don't deserve any. They don't deserve any benefit of the doubt at all. Nobody at Disney does. None whatsoever. There's none. They have not earned that. You earn the benefit of the doubt. And you also earn when people look at you the way that they have been looked upon for the last several years and the accusations that have been made about them. So they deserve no benefit of the doubt. Zero.
Ryan's hot stepsister for £5. Please send help, step bro. I got stuck in the washer again while live on X videos. I hope Elon isn't mad at me. Man, that happens to you all the time. It's so strange. Strange how that works. Maybe you should get a top load in washer. 6 foot Sokka. Member for a month. Miss Marple's scene has big fig energy. Certainly something related to figs. Copes. What is this? Copeside Phil for $10. If a man said that about a 15-year-old, he would be destroyed by everyone in the media, kicked out of society, thrown in jail forever. But since it's a woman who's a lesbian, it's fine. Yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange. Tobias Nexus. Go ahead.
Bashy's always lurking, never left. So see, Mashy never really left. No one's ever really gone.
Well,
no one's ever really gone.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Tobias Nexus for 2. Got next Monday off. Thanks to MLK for that. Yeah, big shout out to Martin Luther King. You give us a day off every year. Thank you so much, Martin Luther King, for all you've done.
Shout out to
the white working people. He got us a day off. We appreciate it.
Shout out to all the safe neighborhoods that Martin Luther King Boulevard's always produced for us. So it's always nice.
Yeah, I think that's is that coming up? I don't even know that was coming up. Is that this weekend?
I don't know.
When's MLK Day?
Figured you would know.
I'm an honorary black person, but I don't have it. I don't have them all memorized. We just got done with Kwanzaa, all right? Taking place each year on the 3rd Monday in January, Martin Luther King Day. All right, so 15th. Shout out to everybody that gets a day off work or school or whatever, and thank you, Martin Luther King, for your contributions to society. DJ Fisty for 2 says Degeneration X. I like DX. And then Bashy comes off the top rope with 20 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships.
Look at Bashy Washy in the house. You know, our Bashy Washy was part of that crazy stream we had last year. You remember that crazy one? The one Mage Demon spent like 5 years worth of, salary and one stream on gifted memberships.
Yeah, Mage Demon put himself in a bankruptcy on that stream.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was that one. Nuts.
Oh, that was nuts. That was crazy. Really.
And I was like, wow, this is amazing, but also I really have things to do. And the memberships just kept fucking coming in.
No.
The real smile bit.
who has
10.
made our Fortnite streams significantly better. Holy crap. Like some of those challenges, man, have been
Couldn't get much worse.
Oh my God, man. You have no idea how crazy those things have made those streams. They really have gotten crazy now.
You know what else has gotten crazy, Jeremy? Disney's bad luck at the box office. And it's, of course, all being done by themselves. We've seen Disney in nearly every aspect of their business, whether it's box office, whether it's Disney Plus streaming, whether it's losing market share at the theme parks. The past couple of years have been disastrous for them, especially when it comes to their animated movies. The thing that Disney used to be known for, these family-friendly animated movies that really built this company into the monster that it was until the last decade, they've been buying up other properties. Bob Iger bought up, obviously, a lot of other properties to bring under the Disney brand. But when it comes down to it, animated movies, that's what they were known for. That is no longer the case because animated movies, whether it's from Pixar, whether it's from Walt Disney Animation Studios, they've been flopping left and right for Disney as families have walked away. And now it's getting even worse specifically for Pixar because despite Disney already firing 7,000 people last year to desperately try to cut costs, including people at Pixar, the biggest layoffs Pixar had ever seen, almost 100 people got laid off. It looks like they're not done. Pixar facing layoffs amid Disney struggles. This is from today. This is an article from this morning, not from, 9 months ago when it happened again, when layoffs happened at Pixar. Significant layoffs to hit Pixar in 2024. Sources told TechCrunch the layoffs could be as high as 20% of the studio's 1,300-person workforce. Now, this comes in light of a bunch of failures we saw and, use COVID as the excuse for those. This comes in light of Lightyear flopping, Elemental, which they tried to gaslight everybody. The mainstream media tried to convince everybody that it was a success. It wasn't. It lost almost $100 million at the box office. But now we have this news. That's almost 250 people that could be fired from Pixar, 20% of their workforce, after already doing layoffs less than a year ago. They are in trouble.
It goes back to when you have a brand like Pixar, which is an iconic brand, which is a legendary brand. And if you go back before identity politics took over and started dominating Pixar, there was no bigger slam dunk in the movie industry than a Pixar movie. You know what I mean? Like, no, I've never seen a brand that had that level of just like every time Pixar movie come out, you knew it was going to be a home run. Families knew they could take their kids to see it. You knew it was going to be a huge box office success. Because, again, we've seen stuff like, yes, Star Wars has been a success, but like we're talking about a studio, an actual movie studio that no matter what they produced was going to be a home run. And in a lot of instances, a grand slam. And you had the trust of the audience. And now here we are where Pixar has lost all of that. The true test for Pixar will be what they have. A Inside Out 2 is coming out later this year, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, so they've been dwindling for a while. Was Coco a Pixar movie or was that a Disney?
Coco's Pixar,
and that's the last great Pixar movie in my opinion.
So.
And I haven't seen a lot of them recently, but yeah, it's just another thing, man. They've lost when you are a family-oriented company and brand, and you've lost the trust of the family. This is the result of it right here. So all the people that were saying, you guys are complaining and you guys are, yeah, well, you know what? If you would have listened to our complaints, people wouldn't be losing their jobs right now. But people are losing their jobs. And it's not the people that are responsible for this, unfortunately. The people that are responsible, they're still at the corporate office. They're still getting their bonuses. And the everyday people that are working their ass off, they're the ones losing their job. So congratulations, Pixar. Identity politics fails once again. Just like we always say it does. It's a cancer. It's a disease. If you have it there in your company will eventually fail. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to have an impact, but it will destroy from within. It is a disease that runs through and eats everything alive.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem for Disney right now, despite billions of dollars literally being lost on streaming, over $1 billion easily lost at the box office this year, that's not really their biggest problem. Those are bad things, but those could be changed. Those could be short-term things. You could turn things around. The biggest problem they have is their reputation.
Yes.
They are no longer known as a family-friendly brand. It's why Universal is demolishing them in animation. And they're doing it for much cheaper, by the way. They're not, it's not costing $200 million to make a movie for them. It's costing $70 million for something like Migration, $100 million for Super Mario Brothers and the Minions movies. So they're making a shit ton of profit on those. But the most important thing is that people aren't worried about going to those movies and having their kids coming out wanting to cut their dicks off. But that right now is legitimately a fear that normal everyday people have about Disney. Because when you make yourselves a political company, that's how people are going to view you. They did it to themselves, and now they're suffering the consequences.
And I don't think it's going to improve in this particular year in 2024. Now, I don't know. So we have Inside Out 2 that's coming out. Is there any other Pixar movies that's slotted to release this year?
Well, yes, but they are ones that have already been released. They're things that they released on Disney Plus during COVID. So things like Luca, and a couple other ones are going to be coming out in the next couple months, but not any like new releases. But we are going to see some releases from Pixar in theaters just because Disney just doesn't have a lot coming out this year.
Yeah. Yeah. And really it's like, whether it's the theme parks, and I guess the theme parks are the least affected by all this, but they're still not completely out of the woods with a lot of this stuff. But yeah, man, I mean, the further we get into this year, this is going to be a crazy, crazy year. I don't know what to expect from this year from Disney and their messaging, because obviously they've only have a few movies coming out, but as a company, they're going to get further involved in the political side of things. They just are. So I don't know, man. But Pixar is sad. It is sad. And now, I mean, Toy Story 5 is in development right now. I don't know when that's set to release. When's Toy Story 5 supposed to be releasing?
No idea, but like that was after Bob Iger came back, right? And they made a bunch of fucking cuts. They fired a bunch of people, and they're like, "Wow, shit, we got Pixar movies flopping." And they're like, "By the way, Frozen 3 and 4 in development, Toy Story 5's in development." They just started announcing all these fucking sequels to try to be like, "Okay, look, we're gonna do more things that you like, the third and fourth iterations, more sequels."
Can you imagine if like Toy Story 5 goes like the Indiana Jones route in terms of like just being such a disaster? You know what I mean? Like, because Toy Story 4 was already a massive step back for the brand, even though it did very well. I think that's what people are going to remember is Toy Story 4. And I don't know, man. Toy Story 5, a completely unnecessary movie, just as 4 was. But I don't know, man. Toy Story 5 seems like an act of desperation. All I know is if you want to save Pixar, you need to bring John Lasseter back. Bring Hugs back to Pixar. That's what we need.
I mean, when did he get fired? Like that's like the line of demarcation right there.
Yeah,
is when Lasseter got fired and when shit started going bad.
Yeah, when did John? Let me look that up really quick. So you read some super chats while I look this up, unless you're looking it up. John Lasseter.
Well, I want to look at when Coco was released.
So John Lasseter fired. Let's see. When did Disney fire Lasseter?
So Coco was released in 2017. To me, that's probably the last Pixar movie that I liked.
2018.
There you go. So
looks like it was 2018. God, I fucking can't stand when I go to these garbage tier websites. And they want me to pay. John Lasseter will exit Disney at the end of the year. So that was an article in 2018. So he left at the end of 2018.
There you go. So sounds about right then. Sounds like there's maybe a connection.
Yep.
Correlation doesn't necessarily mean causation, but I think there's no way that there doesn't have like at least some part to do with the way they're struggling right now. He's doing something else though.
Yeah, he's working for another studio now.
Yeah, he started like their own animation. I forget which one it is, but yeah.
Bashy Washy's lost his fucking mind today, and everybody else is doing it too.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of people getting in on this now.
Holy shit. Like, what the hell? You guys have lost your minds.
Everybody's turning green in chat.
Yeah, Bashy just dropped 50 gifted memberships, and that was after dropping 20 to start it, and another 10. So Bashy has now dropped 80 gifted memberships just on this stream. Dom H has dropped 10. Subhuman has dropped 5. Badger Boy has dropped 5. Emily Rose has dropped 5. Max Drummer has dropped a gifted membership. Osmora has dropped a gifted membership. Holy shit.
Yeah, we had a lot of gifted memberships during that little segment we just did. So,
yes. I saw them all coming in, and I was like, and then Bashy at the perfect time just caps it off with a 50 gifted membership. Holy crap, man. Shout out.
That's fucking crazy. So thank you guys. That is wild. Everyone's saying I want to be green too. Well, maybe. Stay tuned.
There's more rolling in. Yo, Pops drops 5. Got another one.
Old Renaissance Nerd drops 5 as well. Blood Scorpio, always some investment scam as to why he can't donate. This is his excuse. Whether it's because he lost it all on stock or whether he lost it all on Dogecoin. It's always something for Blue Eyed Scorpio. Sandman, member for 8 months. What's up, Sandman? Appreciate you guys all being here today. We've got almost 3,000 people over here on YouTube, and we got over 500 on Rumble. So we've been getting a good audience over on Rumble. It just keeps growing and growing. So we appreciate you guys.
We have. Rumble's been doing really good for us. Raider, 51.99. Holy crap, man. This is getting out of control.
50 with that extra 199.
That's right. You like that? You like that, Ryan?
I like it when it comes to dollars. I'm not a big fan of the 199 movement. Mostly the title of it. I don't like it. I get triggered every time I fucking see it. So if you guys want to keep irritating me, continue to spam about the 199. Blabs the Tower Tard.
The only good Ryan is an annoyed Ryan. I can say that 100% confirmation. I never, ever, as you know, I don't drink, but like Ryan being drunk has made me even more anti-alcohol because I'm like, I never want to see you like that. Like
I'm the opposite. Like a lot of people when they drink, they get really angry and fucking violent. I get that. That's like me standard. I'm usually on the edge of fucking losing my mind almost all the time. When I drink, I'm just fucking relaxed and nice to people and chill.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
I'm not which is actually a good thing because if I were to get worse when I got drunk, it would probably be pretty bad.
Yes.
I would definitely have been arrested multiple times by now. Frank for $5 says Rumble takeover. Thank you, Frank 304. Appreciate that, man. All right, let me see if we can catch back up because I think we may have missed a couple super chats or things like that about this gifted membership onslaught. Old Renaissance Nerd, member for 4 months, says, what does that say about Tessa Thompson even say that? Anyone with any integrity would have been, wait, strap on? She's 16. I'm not saying that. Yeah, and so to be clear, Mon Villani is over 18, but her character in Universe is 16. Who knows that or not? But yes, I'm not. I mean, I think Tessa Thompson she is somebody who desperately wants to get the identity politics agenda completely into everything she does. She's been bitching about Valkyrie not having like openly gay scenes and shit with people for like 5 years. Ever since Ragnarok, she's been bitching about that.
Yep.
So of course she's someone that wants stuff like that.
Freaks.
Let's see.
Frank 304 says Rumble takeover for 5. That's right. Shout out. I'm really
said that
happy.
2 minutes ago.
Oh, did you? I didn't even hear. I'm sorry. I'm probably reading all these other chats. I am really happy with the Rumble side and how much you guys support us over there. It's been really cool. So thank you so much, guys.
To Crispy Noken for 5. Is there any shipping update on the 199 backpack? Also, I started writing a script. That's what I'm cooking.
When you sent that, I texted Suresh. So if I get an answer before the stream ends, I will let you know. If not, I'll update everybody on CobraCast. I know we were working hard to try to get these sent out as soon as possible so that the people that ordered them, they would be ready for MegaCon. I know that was going to be a very close call if we could get those shipped out by then, but we were working to try to get those shipped out as soon as possible.
Yeah, so we will keep you updated. Man, Master Bader with the gift membership. Thank you, Master Bader. Yo Pops for 2. Let me get on the action. You did. Thank you, Yo Pops. Just Jack Hoff for 1 gift membership. Thank you. TZ Rock with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, TZ. We've got almost 150 new members on the stream so far. Blabs the Tower Tard for 5. If Rynan no likes coloreds, why or no like color people? Why he like green people in chat? I like pickles. Yay! Thank you. Blabs is the new tard target. Red Syrup for 2 months with a cheers. Thank you, Red Syrup. Lower Lips Liquor, love that name, for a 1 membership. Thank you.
You say that
Raging-
every time, and I just think about John Campia. I love that name. I love that name.
I can't wait for the American Society of Magical Negroes. Pretty sure he'll like that name. So, Lower Lips Liquor. I said that one. Raging Dino, member for 8 months. How would you guys feel about a live action He-Man, Voltron, and Thundercats movie? Like individual movies, or like a combo or something?
I mean, it's so weird, man. If we're talking, like, again, if you go back to the last year, I think there were actually a lot of good movies that we had. Very few of them were pertaining to pre-existing properties that any major companies had, like DC, Marvel, Pixar, Star Wars, all of that. Shows or movies. So any company that's going to get involved with that is probably going to be a major studio. Major studios, they're all affected by this DEI bullshit. They just are. So I don't want any major studio touching any of these properties.
Yeah, I think that was the interesting part about last year, was that one movie that was over a $200 million budget actually broke even. And that's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And that's barely. That thing didn't rake in a bunch of money. That thing may have made a $10 to $20 million profit when it was all said and done for Disney, if that. Right? That's being very generous to Disney, just when you're talking about theatrical runs. But yeah, you're right, Jimmy. A lot of stuff, whether it was something like Sound of Freedom's domestic box office haul was more than Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, right? Like more than The Flash, more than a bunch of these other things that came out. So it's pretty remarkable. There was good stuff that came out. Certainly, there was good stuff that came out on streaming as well. It might be few and far between sometimes, but the difference is it's not attached to any of these properties that typically we're wondering about. Almost all of those were shitty.
Exactly. And so, that's my concern. And if you're going to get something that is based on a pre-existing property, it needs to be like, it's almost like the big budgets give them more and more arrogance. You know what I mean? So like Five Nights at Freddy's, small budget, made a ton of money because they operating on a small budget. So they put a lot of care and a lot of respect into it. Whereas these big budget films and these big budget studios, they get these properties and they just think like, well, we have a massive install base of, customers. So we're just going to, push our bullshit into it because we know they're going to show up to see it. That's been the case for a while. It's not so much the case anymore.
Chris Nicholson for 2, coming soon. The recently renamed 1999 movement. Probably not, but maybe. Yo, pause for 2. First rounds on me, Ryan, at MegaCon. Hail the 199. Ooh woo. Well, thank you, Yo Pops. I'm never going to turn down a drink, typically. So not in my nature. Freddie Yankoba becomes a channel member. Thank you, Freddie. Was it yesterday that I was like opening and closing that drink real quick? It was like all the sound was coming through the mic.
Yes.
And it probably looked like I was fucking with my dick.
Yes.
Yeah. I moved it the other day, so I didn't fuck with it.
I was like, what the hell is that noise?
Bush and Ryu Cat for $5. Can you guys explain to the new guys what the 199 means? And also ...
Ryan, do you want to explain it? Or do you want me to play the video? Your call. Just you may play the
Suns and Shadows with a membership. Thank you. And the ... for Bush and Ryu Cat was 5 gifted memberships.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. All right, here we go. This is Ryan's favorite part of the show right here. Here's how the 199 started right here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait for that. Hold on. I got to address someone in the chat here. We got Awesome Guy.
Awesome guy. What's up, awesome guy?
Celebration cringe. Are you retarded? Star Wars Celebration been a thing since 199.
199?
I don't know
Wow.
who the fuck you are. I just got this stream on my recommended for some reason. Stop being reactionaries. Well, awesome guy. I'm sure the chat's going to love you, but awesome guy. If you want Star Wars Celebration cringe, I am here. I'm here to give that to you. Don't fucking worry.
199. 199.
Since 199.
None of the chat.
All right. It's been around for almost 2,000 years, ladies and gentlemen.
I love how Ryan ends that with a 2,000 years comment. But yeah, so that's essentially how it started. And then the next day, the chat was like, "We are the 199," and been here ever since. And Ryan's been super happy about it.
Thrilled. Freddie Yankoba for 14 GTQ. I don't know what the fuck GTQ is, but thank you. Because Ryan deserves some love from the 199. Thank you, Freddie. Effing Book for 3. You're going to review Book of Clarence. Is that Black Jesus movie?
Oh, that looks so bad.
Probably not.
Shipping should be starting next week on the bags, is what Suresh is telling me. So shipping should be starting next week.
Yeah, so it's gonna be tight. But hopefully we get those to you guys. So
yep.
Taker for 2. Tessa dresses her MIB character in the Marvels. She does kind of look like that. That's her King Valkyrie shit that she was wearing from like Thor: Love and Thunder, I think. But yes, does look like her MIB character. That showbiz, remember, for 7 months. Looks like I'll be seeing you big figs at MegaCon. I mean MegaCon. Hail Ara. Awesome.
Let's
we
go.
have seen a bunch of people. We need to
yeah.
pack out that big ass room. So Drinker's going to be there. Gary from Nerdrotic is going to be there. A lot of folks from Geeks and Gamers will be there as well. So
yep,
it's going to be a party.
Rippaverse.
The whole Rippaverse is going to be there. So Eric and his team are going to be there. Yes, yes. The Angry Badger for 199 says 199. Hi, Ryan. Hello, Angry Badger. Sierra Tan, member for 9 months. A lot of good movies came out, but Sound of Freedom hits differently because when it came out, it's a painful movie to watch, but a good movie. Yeah, I was pretty emotional watching that shit.
Yep.
Ryan Kinnell's 199 fetish for 2. You spelled my name wrong. You will never get rid of me, Ryan. Ooh woo. Hail the 199. Thanks. Bushin Ryucat becomes a channel member as well. Just Jack Hoff for 199. Have y'all watched shows on Apple TV? I haven't. That the only thing I watched, one streaming service that I don't think I've ever seen anything on.
I watched. It's not a show; it's a movie. I watched Tetris on Apple TV, and Tetris was phenomenal. It's an excellent movie, but that's the only thing I watched. I think I signed up for like the little 2 weeks free or something, so I could watch Tetris, and Tetris was great. I do think like. If I'm remembering this correctly, because I do talk about the user interface for a lot of. I feel like Apple TV has a phenomenal user interface. Am I right about that? I only had it for the short free period, but if is the Apple TV UI is really good if I remember, just like Netflix. It's like second to Netflix if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
I don't know.
Because I do think user interface is very important for people just scrolling around and checking out what's on the platform. When it runs like shit, then it's not going to keep you on that platform to keep searching for stuff. It's a small little thing, but Jeremy Schilling for Apple. Yes, by saying I spent the 2 week free period to use their service. Fuck Apple. Android, baby. Android.
I've never seen it, so I don't know. I haven't seen any of the Apple shit. I suppose at some point I'll probably get around to it. I know people are watching Monarch right now, doing reviews on Monarch, which most people say that's boring as shit. But I've heard there's good things on there though. I wanted to talk about this. This news came out a couple hours ago, Jeremy.
Yes.
Speaking of movies we liked over the past couple years, Top Gun 2 obviously was a massive, huge success. One of the biggest movies we've seen in the past couple years. And of course, when those things happen, typically they try to get sequels in the work pretty quickly. Well, just a few days after the big announcement that Tom Cruise is partnering with Warner Brothers for a bunch of movies coming out in the near future, including maybe Edge of Tomorrow 2, which would be cool. Top Gun 3 gets announced to be in the works at Paramount with Glenn Powell, with Miles Teller, and with Tom Cruise all reportedly attached to it. Paramount has tapped Top Gun Maverick co-writer Aaron Kruger to work on a script for a sequel to the action blockbuster, according to a knowledgeable insider. The studio is also hoping the Top Gun director, Joseph Kosinski, will get back in the cockpit for another installment, which will potentially see Cruise's younger co-stars, Miles Teller, and Glenn Powell return for more high-altitude excitement.
It's Miles
What's your
Teller.
initial? I think it's Miles Teller, too.
It is Miles Teller. They misspelled that. It's Miles Teller.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I'm wrong, but maybe.
Yeah.
But what's your initial feelings about that, Jeremy?
This is a tough one because, man, Top Gun Maverick was so good to the point where I don't think anyone expected to be that good. I was looking forward to it based on the trailers, but I went into it with reservations, and it turned out to be one of the great action movies in the last, I don't know, a decade, I guess. It's impossible to expect that it's going to live up to those expectations. I don't think it can, and I think that's the problem with it right now, is that Top Gun Maverick is now facing what The Dark Knight Rises faced. It's facing what Return of the Jedi faced. You know what I mean? The sequel to this movie, the expectations are going to be so astronomically high that nothing is going to... I don't think it can top it. I don't think it, but can it reach expectations? It can, but that's the problem it has right now. Insane expectations.
Yeah, and I'm doing what the chat wanted and scrolling back down to the most realistic PC game of 2023. I saw your excitement, so I decided to go back here. But it's true. At the same token, what did I say about Top Gun 2? I fucking hate that they're doing this. There's no reason for a Top Gun 2.
Yes.
That's all I said, and it ended up blowing me out of the water. So as long as they stick to the formula, and because that's really what it was, right? It was formulaic, but it was good, and it respected everything that came before it. It developed some new relationships and things like that. It did feel like it was echoing a lot of the things we saw in the first Top Gun. But it was really well done. The action was fucking badass. And at the end of the day, it made, $1.5 billion. So
Yeah.
We'll see what this one does. And if they can continue to keep they kept the budget relatively low. If you remember, I think the budget for this was like $180 million, which obviously is a lot, but you compare that to $300 million for the Marvels. These fuckers were actually fucking using jets, and their budget was less than something like the Marvels.
Let me ask you this question. Ryan. Do you think that the Mission Impossible failure will make Tom Cruise work even harder to make this a phenomenal follow-up? Do you think that that's going to have anything to do with Tom Cruise's mindset? Because obviously, I think Mission Impossible was a good movie, a very good movie, but it failed. It was a box office failure. There's no doubt about that.
I think Tom Cruise... I think he's like very self-motivated to put out the best fucking product every single fucking time. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
So I don't know if that failure motivates him in terms of filmmaking. I think probably the biggest reason that Mission Impossible failed at the box office was because Tom Cruise's hubris a little bit and failing to recognize what Barbie and Oppenheimer had the potential to do and not moving off that date.
I agree with that. Listen, there's nothing when some people think that it's very disrespectful to say that a person, their arrogance got the best of them. It's not. We all have our own, struggles with that in whatever it is. Hell, it could be just playing a fucking video game. Your arrogance gets the best of you. I always talk about the Wii U. I thought the Wii U was a really good system, but it failed because of Nintendo's arrogance and how aloof they were to the overall industry and why they were successful. And I think Tom Cruise probably was really arrogant in his not wanting to move, and it cost him big time. But it still was a good movie. It was a very good movie.
I also think, and I talked about this before, the audience that primarily went out to go support Sound of Freedom is also the core demographic for people that typically go to see Tom Cruise movies, whether it's Mission Impossible or whether Top Gun, whatever.
Very true. Yeah.
And I do like that was going at the same time, and it did very, very well. So I think it was a it was a couple things, and I think Tom Cruise felt like the people in Hollywood and these studios probably owed him something for Top Gun Maverick and thought that people would move out of the way for him, and they did not. And I think that came back to bite him. I don't think that the movie was necessarily as good as, Rogue Nation or things, a couple iterations. I still think it was a good movie. I still think it's a really solid movie, and it should have done better than it did.
Yep. But we'll see. But I look, at the end of the day, am I excited for Top Gun Maverick or Top Gun 3? 100% I am. How can you not be? And here's what's like, I watched the first Top Gun Maverick for the first time, in theaters, and I loved it. I thought it was phenomenal. And then I ended up like watching it again after it came out on Blu-ray and everything. Man, it held up. I could not believe how much it held up. You know what I mean? Just watching it and anticipating the scenes and the moments. That Val Kilmer scene. Oh my gosh, man. I mean, it's such a good movie. So I think we're going to get a good movie with Top Gun 3 for sure. I think people's expectations are going to be astronomically high, and I don't know if it can meet those expectations, but I'm certainly excited to find out.
All right. And again, I guess we should throw that in there. Looking at everything that's attached to any pre-existing kind of IP seemed to struggle this year in general, especially when it's Mission Impossible 7, Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Yeah,
that could have played a role, and they're already not even calling another one Part 2, so I think they realize how much they fucked up with that. But whereas Maverick that's a sequel, but it's a sequel to a movie we saw 34 years prior, so it's not like we've been overloaded with Top Gun. I guess we'll see what 3 does.
Titling branding is important, man. It just is. Top Gun Maverick. If it would have been called Top Gun 2, The Rise of Maverick. Nope, it sounds so fucking bad. You know what I mean?
About the Fall of Maverick.
Yeah, it's just, I know, but the Fall of Maverick probably would have been a better title than the Rise of Maverick. But we're in this
the last Maverick.
Top Gun 2, The Rise and Fall of Maverick Part 1. Like
Top Gun. This next one's gonna be called Top Gun Maverick 2.
That's what they should call it. Again, I go back to the PlayStation. What's the second PlayStation called?
Yeah.
What's the fourth? What's the third? What's the second? It's
the
not
Xbox
complicated.
360 XS.
Yeah.
Sons and Shadows with a gifted membership. Oh, we said that one. Where the fuck am I with some of this stuff? CG Hero for 10. Ryan, you may hate the 199 name, but your response was on point. How you respond to that retard. That clip always brings a smile to my face. Hey, I'm always happy to be there to bring smiles, people's hearts and minds and faces. CG Hero for 10 on Rumble. Jeremy, you should play the Mad Max game from 2015. It's criminally underrated in my opinion, and the combat's similar to Arkham Trilogy. You don't need to stream it, but you should still play it.
Hey, you had me at Arkham.
A lot of people have replicated that Arkham style combat as well over the years because it's really fucking good. We've got 600 people watching us over on Rumble. Shout out to you guys over there.
3,000 on YouTube. Let's go. GG is hype.
That's right. D's Webos for 199. Let's go Texans. Beat the Browns. H-Town. Have you seen some of the weather that's going to happen this weekend, dude? It's supposed to be negative 30 in Kansas City. And it's supposed to be a blizzard in Buffalo.
Is it I know
like over a foot of snow?
Dude, I can't wait. And
it winds up to 65 miles an hour.
I need some good, crazy fucking football because I am depressed, dude. Like with Belichick and Saban no longer being at New England and Alabama, I feel old. I feel like everything is changing, dude. It's like it's fucked with my head. Within 24 hours, Nick Saban no longer at Alabama. Bill Belichick no longer in New England. That is weird. I need some good football. This weekend.
Brian Keith for 20 went to a Carolina Hurricanes game last night. Found it was Star Wars night. At least most of the fans were dressed as old school characters in Carolina 1. Did see one Ahsoka and no Rays. Well, sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Thank you, Brian, for the $20. Tobias for 5. Who else remembers when Apple's slogan was "Does more, cost less"? They really swapped that around. I don't remember that. at all. That's funny though. DJ Fisty for 2. By the way, you like my new J picture? It's taken off the high tea thumbnails, right? I think that's what the high tea thumbnail is. They might have AI'd that one up a little bit, but I think. Thank you. Thank you, DJ Fisty. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. I once saw a YouTube account called Ryan's Stained Fursuit. I still don't know if it pertains to you, Ryan, but I'd like to think so. Probably. Metal Slave drops 10 memberships. You guys are going crazy with gifted memberships today. Thank you, Metal Slave. And then Drizo for 5 memberships as well. Thank you, guys. Turning everybody green. Effing Book for 2. American Society of Magical Negroes review. I don't know if I'll do a review. I'll definitely cover some of the stuff surrounding it when it comes out, though. Effing Book for 2. Homestead by Angel Studios looks good. Breakaway. I don't know if I've seen anything for it, but I'll keep an eye out. Effing Book for 2. Racing or flying movies are good in 40x for me. I don't like any, like, I don't like having to wear anything for it. Like, wear any 3D goggles or whatever. So I don't know if 40x, if you're talking about 3D plus like some other shit, but Dominion Zephon for 5. Hey, Jeremy, you should play For Honor. It's fun.
Dominion Zephon. That's my enemy in Titanfall. He's always killing me. But I don't know if I've heard a lot about For Honor. Problem is, I just play Fortnite all the time.
Oh, that game's like fucking 5 or 6 years old, right?
Yeah, I don't know a lot about it. It was a PS4 game, I think. So
yeah, that's been around a while. Christian Rocker gifts a channel membership. Thank you. And with that, I believe we're all caught up.
All caught up. Geeks and Gamers Daily. Oh, it's a Ubisoft. Yeah, well. What's up, Tom? The Rogue Attraction. So yes, today we got obviously Friday Night Tights is happening on Nerdrotic's channel. That's going to be awesome. So shout out. I think you're going to be on Flash's channel tomorrow, right, Ryan?
Yeah, a while ago he was like, "Hey, we're doing a Star Wars ranking thing. Can you come on?" I'm like, "Yeah." Saturday is usually pretty rough for me because I have a lot of real life stuff going on, but I will be on there at least for a little while for sure.
Yep. And yeah, you guys, man, Star Wars is I just can't stop talking about Star Wars because it's just so damn fun to roast it. But yeah, so I've got some family stuff going on this weekend, so I'll be hit or miss for the most part. But yes, it'll be fun to kind of see how you guys rank those Star Wars movies. And then obviously Friday Night Tights is happening and getting ready for MegaCon. Really excited for that. So stay tuned. And again, if you're interested in the gaming streams, Cobra 199 is where I do most of my personal gaming streams. If you've not subscribed over there, you can. Ryan, what do you got going on?
Nothing. Gonna make some videos before FNT. That's pretty much it.
Now we'll have a Cobra cast later tonight as well. And yeah, just busy times. So, all right. Thank you guys. Thank you for the amazing support today. Bashy Washy getting the party started over here. Didn't we just get 10 more gifted memberships?
We did from Al Favor.
There we go.
Look at that.
And then Taker, did you get Taker's 5? You did get his, right?
No, I don't actually think I did. Have you guys seen the picture of Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis when they filmed Top Gun? And now McGillis looks like an overweight Karen. Well, I think McGillis is aged like a normal human being, and Tom Cruise is not.
Tom Cruise is a psychopath. So
Tom Cruise is, whether it's psychopath, whether it's like
he's an alien.
Yeah, whether it's praying to whatever fucking being's supposed to come down and like take him to the next dimension, whether he's clear, whether he's on the 30th parallel of whatever fucking Scientology thing, drinking the blood of children. I don't fucking know what he's doing. It's working though. He looks good. So
what the hell is happening when Blue-Eyed Scorpio is sending a gifted membership?
He says he lost all his money in Rumble stock.
there's few people that are as committed to the troll as Blue Eyed Scorpio, bro. He will get ratioed on Twitter just to say something disrespectful to me. And he does not be like, bro, I'm joking. He just keeps rolling with it.
Going
He
with it.
does not care. It's fantastic.
Literally no shame. When you have nothing, in your life to live for, it's you have no shame. It's pretty much how I see it with Blue Eyed Scorpio. So
Bash, she says you grifted me for the last time, Jeremy. Damn you. You know what, Blue Eyed Scorpio? You know what, Bash? You love us, okay? You love us. We know that.
Yo Jitsu for 2, thank you. Ronan the Crusader with a gifted membership. Thank you. Oh, Yo Jitsu said make Star Wars great again as well. Thank you. Make Star Wars great again. I have a cute doggy that's worth living for. Well, there you go. One thing. Replicant Patriot gifts a membership. Thank you. All right. And I think we actually are caught up now.
All right, there we go. Just Jack Hoff says, what's the big IMAX called in Orlando's? What? Like the IMAX theater?
There's one at AMC 24, right? At Disney Springs.
I don't think so. There's one in Orlando, but it's not at Universal or Disney, I don't think. There is an IMAX theater. There's a Limax in Orlando, I should say. There's not a true IMAX. I don't think there's a 70 millimeter screen in IMAX, but there's a few Limax theaters for sure.
Regal Point, Orlando. IMAX movie showtimes.
It's a Limax. So, which I prefer Limax over the real IMAX anyway, because they always have the 70 millimeter, so they have like the widescreen aspect on them.
I don't give a fuck. I would rather do AMC Dolby than anything else. Just give me that. That's what I want to do.
I like the Universal Studios theater the most in Orlando. So
DJ Fisty says yay. Yay. Never be able to look at that picture and not laugh. Dominion Zephon played beyond space, so you are one of those people.
Dominion
I don't know
Zephon.
what that means, but thank you. Bashy for 2. Hi, chat. Keep them here.
If that's the case, we're gonna have to get Jay to relieve Ryan. If that's the case, but we gotta go. We love you guys. Have a great day. Show up on Friday Night Tights. Show some love over there, and then Cobra Cast later tonight. Other than that, Ryan, any positive thoughts to leave us with?
No.
That's it.
I don't have any positive thoughts. No.
Any negative thoughts?
Yeah. Marvel is, listen, this is positive. Marvel's finally revealed themselves for like truly what they're doing with this whole fucking strap-on comment. So thank you, Marvel, for once again showing us how low you can go and allowing me to make a video. That's my positive thought, which is also a negative.
All right, Bashy, we love you, bro. It's good to see you back being active, even though you were lurking the whole time. Thank you to everybody else. Best chat on the internet.
You need a ticket to MegaCon to go to the panel. Yes, you do. Shit Clown Wars. Thank you for $2 from Unknown.
Yep. All right, guys. Love you all. Have a great day. Hail Friday Night Tights. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone.